everybody doing on this fantastic Monday afternoon? So, you know something? We're going to do something tad bit different today. I'm on solo for a pop up. The reason being is tonight, Wendy's going to be on with me at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So rather than doing our normal midday one, we're moving it to the evening time. So I figured, you know, something just to try to keep like the same time slot, try to keep I'm doing a pop up involving movies. And I think this would be fun because I figure I have a lot of movies. These are a lot of hard to find movies. I am doing a special, and if you see it scrolling across the bottom, the movies are $1 each. If you get 12 of them, I'll do 12 for 10. If you get what do we say, 30, I'm going to do it for $20. And I am doing a special, complete mystery special. If you want to get 35 movies, I'm going to do it for a straight flat fee of $20. And guess what? That includes shipping as well. Free shipping on that. So that's a great deal, guys. Now, let me just explain a little bit about these movies. How the movies are going to work is they are blockbuster movies. They are original disc. This was at the time when Blockbuster was similar to Netflix and would do like the online borrowing of movies and stuff like that. So this is the entire like Blockbuster collection. And I'm just going to go movie by movie. All the movies, you'll get the original disc in a Blockbuster sleeve. However, I'm also adding a hardcover to it. So each movie will be protected. So if you do get the 30 pack, you are going to get the cases with them as well. And that alone is a fantastic deal to begin with. So you will get the movies, you'll get the cases, and you'll get free shipping. Is that crazy? That is crazy. So let's get to it. I was hoping to make this sort of like audience participation because I'm curious if anybody has either seen these movies, have not seen these movies, if you have any say on these movies. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go movie by movie by movie. In addition to the blockbuster movies, I also have some regular movies. And what I'll do is I probably switch off. So if you see a movie you like, put it in the chat. What's great about these movies is I have multiple copies of these movies. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. So if you see a movie, I'll tell you whether I have multiples or not. And let's get to it because I love talking about movies. So now the first one happens to be called Rated X. Now you would think, oh my God, is this an X-rated film? It's not what you think it is. It actually is a movie. It stars Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen, who ironically are brothers real life. It's kind of funny. Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, they're all related, but Estevez is the correct name. It was actually Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen who changed their last name. The whole family is actually Estevez, which is a little tidbit. But this movie's called Rated X. This is similar to if you like the Naked Gun type series. It's that really funny comic sort of thing. So I'll put it in, and you know something? I'll make a list of each movie that I put in. If anybody's interested, just put it in. It's $1 each. And like I said, if you get multiples, we're doing 12 for 10, 30 for 20, or I'm doing a special mystery pack where you get 35 movies, $20, all free shipping. So if you like Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Rated X, funny movie. Next, we have The Pope's Toilet. Pope's Toilet. Okay, so this is a Hungarian film with directors Cesar Chalon and Enrique Fernandez. It is in Spanish, so it is dubbed, but basically it's in... Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to the show. So this takes place in 1988 during Pope John Paul's second visit to Uruguay. And while dozens of locals are struggling to devise plans to turn a buck from the arrival of the papal father, such as baking cakes and wrapping chorizo sausages, only one concocts a scheme to earn a fortune through the Pope's defecation. So, it's called The Pope's Toilet. Okay, next, hello, Pages Films and Plastic. Welcome to the show. And I'm curious if anybody has seen these films, please jump in because some of them are really, really obscure films. So the next one is called Repossessed. I happen to love this movie. This is part of the Naked Gun collection type as well. It does star Leslie Nielsen. It stars Linda Blair. Now, if anybody remembers Linda Blair, she was from The Exorcist. This is the comedic version of Exorcist where Linda Blair gets repossessed and Leslie Nielsen is the father who needs to purge all her demons. Hilarious, funny movie. This is her as an adult. So she plays a housewife who becomes possessed by the devil while watching TV. Leslie Nielsen has to come in to exorcise the demons. So Lost Collection is called Repossessed. Leslie Nielsen. Let me write that in because I think these are just hilarious film. So Repossessed. And it would help if I'm actually on the right one. Okay, next we have Piggy. This one is called Pig Hunt. So Pig Hunt is a story of a group of hunters who want to go out to the country to bag a 3,000-pound wild boar who is a man-eating black boar. They wanted to go, Jack and his girlfriend wanted to get out of San Francisco for the weekend, and together with a few friends, they load up their truck and prepare for a few days of wild boar hunting. So Pig Hunt, we're doing these for $1. And it's great for hunting enthusiasts. So that is Pig Hunt. This one is called Pimp. And this is a Danny Dyer film. I'll show you that right there. Pimp. Danny Dyer. It's a tense thriller about a once successful Soho pimp caught in a treacherous world of dangerous criminals and lethal femme fatales. So if you like those like darker behind the scene ones, that is a great movie. See, I gotta make sure because I'm going through doubles here. All right, next one. Oh, this is a great one. Hello, Gettysburg Rich. Welcome to the show. This one is a great one. This is Angel Heart. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Angel Heart. This stars Mickey Rourke, Robert De Niro, and Lisa Bonet. And if you remember Lisa Bonet, she was on The Cosby Show. And what ended up happening was because of this film, she got kicked off of The Cosby Show. And Lisa Bonet is also Lenny Kravitz? Lenny Kravitz's wife, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lenny Kravitz. I could be wrong. Somebody could correct me by that. But this is a great movie. It takes place, basically, Mickey Rourke is a detective who has to go down to New Orleans. And it's a whole, like, Louisiana, a whole voodoo thing where he gets turned on by Lisa Bonet. Very, very wild and crazy show. You know what it is? Cosby Show had high standards. That's the Angel Heart one. Aquaman. Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you. Val, Jason, I don't know why I said Lenny Kravitz. Or, you know something? I'm wondering at one point, was she dating Lenny Kravitz? That's a good question. She is Jason Momoa's wife. That's what it is. I couldn't think of it. So that is Angel Heart. This is a great movie. I'm doing it only for $1. I actually really, really like this film. I will say this, extremely graphic. There is a lot of sex. There's a lot of violence. A lot of voodoo. But yeah, Rich said it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. And that's why I said a lot of these films are completely obscured. So I figured, let me go through each one because I've been sitting on these movies for such a long time that I want other people to enjoy them as well. Okay. Oh, this one I should totally save for myself. Okay, next movie is Rubber. If you are a Tromo fan, this is a perfect movie. I don't believe this is a Tromo film, though. No, it's not. It's not, but it's along that weird type comedy. Basically, it's the story of a rubber tire that goes on a killing rampage. So the old saying goes, where rubber meets the roads takes a new sinister meaning in this black comedy from filmmaker Quentin Dupois. An old tire appears in a California desert and, under its own power, begins to roll down the road, stopping and starting as it pleases. The notion that it could just operate under its own power isn't as half as remarkable as its other talent. The tire has telekinetic abilities that can make things, and it doesn't finish, but basically, yes, it's a murdering rampage tire that goes around and cyclically kills people. Godzilla -1 on December 1st. Are they making a new Godzilla movie? Is that what they're doing? Haven't heard about that yet. See, I don't pay attention to what new movies are coming out because I really don't go to the movies anymore. And I think everything now for me is all like streaming and Netflix, Hulu, and Roku, and all that other stuff. So, by the way, did I write the script? Did I write the script to what? Oh, to Rubber Tire. See, that's something that's right up my alley. I mean, I actually really enjoyed that movie, as stupid as it was. That was one of the movies I did see. I know I have a copy somewhere, but okay. So this right here, anybody a Rock Hudson fan? Check the trailer. It looks awesome for Godzilla fans. I will definitely do that, Rich. Yeah, if there's a new Godzilla, because I mean, okay, I will admit I did not like the new Godzilla that came out a couple of years ago. It just I like the original cheesy Japanese style Godzilla. All right, so Rock Hudson. These are Rock Hudson's home movies, and there's that bad boy, Rock Hudson. It features it's a satirical documentary examining clips from Rock Hudson's movies and commentary on how his films have been throughout hints about his secret lifestyle. So basically, Rock Hudson had a very secret lifestyle, and this is a documentary that explores how he hinted it in his movies. This is Toho. Tokyo? Toho? I don't know. What are you trying to say, Rich? I don't know what Toho is. All right, so this is... I went through one stack already. Okay, let's go to stack number 2. Okay, we've got 3 blind saints. 3 blind saints. Not 3 blind mice, 3 blind saints. 3 blind saints is when 3 friends feign salvation in order to get out of jail with a slap on the wrist. But they find their little white lie is starting to snowball after they're recruited to take over a local church. They were passing through a small town when one wrong move landed them behind the bars. And like I said, this is a comedy. There's your 3 little saints, and they're going to take over a church. Very funny movie. It's rated PG, so a little better for the kids. It's not so bad with the violence and language or anything like that. Then, Godzilla fan. Oh, is that what it is? Toho Original Japan Studio? Oh, then I'm not a Godzilla. Okay. I did not realize that was the name of the studio. Hey, I know stuff, Rich. I don't know everything. So, let's see what else we've got. We've got 5 Nights in Hollywood. 5 Nights in Hollywood. This is the dark side of Hollywood following Veronica, whose relationship with her married lover and cynical movie producer proves to be her undoing. So, sexy rated. This is a non-rated film, so there's going to be a lot of sex in here. But she sacrifices her fidelity for marital advantages. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show. Oh, any AC/DC fans? This is a cool one. AC/DC. AC/DC in performance. This is a live AC/DC performance right there. It's few bands have had a lengthy career as AC/DC. For 4 decades, they have maintained a loyal fan base and continue to churn out some of the best and beloved rock songs and rock anthems. This release features clips from the bands delivering the goods live, interspersed with comments from rock critics who discuss the band's talent, legacy, and influence. So basically, behind the scenes, if you like AC/DC music, it's a nice little rock tribute to AC/DC. Next, we have... See, I'm going to go through these really, really quickly. I know that because I have a lot of copies. I have a lot of doubles. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so the next one I have is Adam Had Four Sons is the name of this movie. Adam Had Four Sons. And this one is Baxter hires Bergman as a governess for his 4 little boys after his wife passes away. However, she's a bad girl who evil designs must be foiled. This is based off of a novel from Charles Bonner called Legacy. So, and this is an older movie, like you could tell. So, 80 minutes long. Adam Had Four Sons. What is she going to do? Is she going to try to seduce him too? Everybody seduces somebody in Hollywood. That's how I feel. All right, so that's all right. Those are all the same. See, I want to give you some interesting movies. All right, let's go to some of the regular movies. Dunder Cheap. Yes, Dirty Deeds, Dunder Cheap. Dirty Deeds and they're Dunder Cheap. Here we go. Killer Bimbos. This one's a regular movie, and even the regular movies, I'm doing the same deal. Assault of the Killer Bimbos. Sometimes great bodies disguise great brains, but not in Assault of the Killer Bimbos. 3 luscious girls flee boredom and murder at high speed across country chase. Headed for Mexico, they plan careers in show business, but the trio takes on their jealous boyfriends, police, and oversexed surfers to win their freedom. Assault of the Killer Bimbos. Hi, Christina. Welcome to the show. We're doing something a little bit different today. I'm strictly going through my movie collection, and if anybody is interested, they could buy it. I will say this, a lot of TNA in this movie. So if you are a TNA sort of person and you like the idea of blonde bimbos who are killers, you will get the Assault of the Killer Bimbos. They will kill you via conversation. This movie, oh my God. I saw this movie and this was so disturbing. Hello, Wonder Woman, which, like I said earlier, Wonder Woman is going to be on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern with me, where we'll do our regular auction sale for today. We're just going through my movie collection. And like I said, the prices are below if anybody's interested in any one of the movies. But let's talk about this one. This movie is called Starved. Okay. And basically, the premise behind this movie is, and I'm not going to give too much away, is what would happen if a serial killer were to take people, throw them in a pit, and let them starve to death. Because then what ends up happening is like cannibalism happens and stuff like that. I thought this was a great movie, highly disturbing. So if you like those really twisted, dark, with a lot of like psychological thriller, Starved is a great movie. So that's Starved. Next, I have The Secret. Now, this is actually a documentary, and it talks about the laws of attraction. Can't be worse than human. You know something, Texas Fell? If somebody wants a Human Centipede, I have that one as well. Which, here, hold on. We can talk about that. Here it is. Okay. Since Human Centipede was the Human Centipede. All right. So I love this film. If nobody knows what the Human Centipede is, I mean, I'm going to give it away because they talked about it on South Park. They did an entire episode of South Park strictly on this movie. And the worst part is, I think they're up to Human Centipede Part 4, because I started watching the trilogy, and each one gets worse and worse. But basically, here's the idea behind the human centipede. And if anybody wants it, like I said, just put it in the chat. But it's what would happen if you take one person and attach their mouth to another person's behind, and that's the only way that they can eat, and you attach a whole string of humans like a big centipede. So basically, you feed the first human, which then is going to feed the second human as the food goes through their system, which is then going to feed the third human, and so forth and so forth. In this first one, we were just introduced to the madness. When you get to the second, third, and I think it's only 3 films, whatever. When you get to the later films, we're talking like they got this like hundreds of, but this was only 3 individuals strung together by the very twisted doctor. This is a great film if you want the shock value of people. Oh my God, Chris is like, ah! But yes, great movie. Very, very sick. By the end, it's just a fart. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the show. So that is the human. I saw that. It's disturbing. It is. And like I said, I'm the type that likes the shock value. So a lot of these disturbing films are, to me, are really interesting. Now I'll dream I'm being probed by humans. It's so bad. I mean, I almost want to say, what has made a person design that kind of idea? And I mean, it's really funny because there's a great doctor scene where he just gets up and he like intelligently explains exactly what he's doing. And it's just so shocking. And then when they actually sew the people together, it's created this. So that is Human Centipede. Definitely like a shock factor. Okay, next we have Hangover Part 2. Now, this one happens to be a sealed copy. So if anybody's interested, I do have a sealed copy. It is Hangover Part 2. If you saw the first Hangover, basically it's the wedding night. They get totally drunk in LA, and it just creates this, not LA, what am I saying LA? Las Vegas. I meant to say Las Vegas. They get drunk in Las Vegas, and all hell breaks loose. Well, guess what? They're at it again. So this is going to be like the secondary follow-up to their night in Las Vegas. Those people are on a picket line right now. Everybody's on a picket line. I know. Nothing, you know what it is? Nothing is going to be created now because they're turning all into AI, and everything is going to be AI-induced. It's going to lose the artistic. You know how we almost feel it? Like it is? It's like what happened with cartoons. Back then, cartoons were actually hand-drawn, hand-painted. They had to do each and every cell in order to make the cartoon. Now cartoons are completely computer animated. They could pump out as many as they want, but it loses the value of the artistic quality of it. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that, but that's how I feel. And I feel like that's going to be the same thing that happens in the future with movies, that everything is going to be completely CGI and AI, and there's not going to be any personal aspect to a movie. Hello, buy, sell, thrift with Viv. Welcome to the show. All right, let's get to the next one. Devil in the Flesh. Devil in the Flesh. Okay, now this is with Rose McGowan. If anybody knows who Rose McGowan is, she is one of those very how am I going to say this? She's a very, very vocal activist in the Hollywood scene. She was also on Charmed. So if you like the Charmed series, she was on there too. But she's an extreme vocal activist against Hollywood and against all the sex and violence and bad things that happen in the Hollywood circle. But this movie is called Devil in the Flesh. Yes, it is a teen A movie. I will say this. She's young, she's beautiful, she's sexy, she's dangerous. She's the new girl in a class that nobody notices. She arrives and sets her sights on her teacher, the high school heartthrob. But her seductive advances don't win until she's threatened him with blackmail. And she has a checkered past of unsolved murders that catches up with her. And then her games turned deadly. Marilyn Manson. Is that you're talking about the Marilyn Manson, the singer, right? But I'm confused at what the reference is with Marilyn Manson. He's a dark singer. He's very intelligent, though. If you ever listen to Marilyn Manson, I'm not talking about his songs, but him as a political speaker, he's amazing. Like, you would not know that, like, you would get, like, this misinterpretation that he's not intelligent, but he really is a great speaker. But that's Marilyn Manson. Oh, Rose McGowan is his ex? I didn't even realize that. She was married to Marilyn Manson? Holy shit. Okay. See, this is funny. It's like I know bits and pieces of things, and then you guys, I feel like I'm not getting the relationship aspect because I missed up with Lisa Bonet. Although, you know something, I'm seriously thinking at one point she was with Lenny Kravitz. I gotta look that up. But I'm listening, just taking care of Her Majesty's. Oh, the kitty cat needs some. Part of me, this is gonna sound funny, Elizabeth, but for whatever reason, people keep sending me things with raccoons, and every time I see the raccoons, I think of you. But I don't know why people are sending me like memes and stuff of raccoons. I really don't. I don't know about the marriage. Oh, but they dated. Okay. Yeah, I know. Marilyn Manson was with what's her name? Dita Von Teese. He was with, and who else was he with? I don't know if he's with anybody now or not. But you know something? I don't even. The cat is demanding. She wants your attention and she wants it now, and you have to give Her Royal Highness her homage to whatever it is that she's doing because you know that she rules the house. Flush the raccoons before they multiply. Dirty Dancing. Anybody a Patrick Swayze fan? We've got look. It's the ultimate Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey. Now, you want to hear an interesting tidbit? Okay, this is behind the scenes. Jennifer Grey, back in the 80s, she was also on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She was a rising star. I mean, it's like she was supposed to be in everything, but then she got in the car with Matthew Broderick, and then they supposedly were drunk driving and killed somebody, and she ended up leaving Hollywood after that. And I don't know what the story is as far as because they sort of brushed it underneath the carpet, but that's the reason she left Hollywood. Rather sad story. Which is a shame because she had a rising career. I mean, between that and Ferris Bueller, she should have been like a star, but she just gave up the whole Hollywood after that. This is rather watch Chris Farley. Yeah, he passed away too, Chris Farley. It's so sad. He was funny. She got a couple of bad nose jobs and ruined her look. Well, yeah, you know something? She did have a weird nose, even before the nose jobs. Is that bad to say? Oh, my God. Okay, thank you. Lisa Bonet was married to Lenny Kravitz. All right, so now she's married to Jason Momoa. Is that how you say Momoa? Whatever. Okay, thank you, Wonder Woman. The movies are $1 each. If you get 12 of them, $10. If you get 30 of them, $20. You can mix and match anything. Or if you want a special mystery pack, 35 movies for $20. And I'm doing the mystery packs free shipping. So you get free shipping if you want to do the mystery pack. That's how I'm doing. Oh, they just divorced. They did? Oh, that's a shame. I feel like everybody's divorcing now. Nobody stays together. What's his name? Hugh Jackman, I think, just divorced his. They're separating or something like that. And it's like all the long-term couples are just tell Jason you're available. Okay, this is if you like your average is foreman. Oh, well, you know something, Rich? We're talking here. We're having a good conversation. You just want me to get to the next one? Ash versus Evil Dead. This actually is season 2. So this is a TV series. Ash versus Evil Dead. It's the whole like zombie apocalypse sort of thing. This is a 2-disc set, so there's multiple on it, and it's funny. I thought this. They made a movie. This is the series, and they did a movie of this as well. But if you like zombie type movies, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you'll definitely love Ash versus the Evil Dead. Oh, thank you, Wonder Woman. It's a great deal. If people take advantage of the deal, but I'm trying. Okay, next we've got the Goonies. The Goonies. Everybody remember? Hey, everybody. It's the classic Goonies. Now, here's the funny thing about the Goonies. I have never seen this movie until recently. And it's like, and I shouldn't say recently. I saw it like a couple of years ago. When I saw it, the person I saw it with was so passionate. It's like, what do you mean you've never seen the Goonies? You've never seen the Goonies? Pages, you're getting Ash versus Evil? It's yours. Thank you so much. Let me write that down. Hey, you got to give me my book back. My cat is stealing my book. No, I love the chatter on the movie, so you should do a show. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this an immersive show that I could talk about movies and sell movies at the same time. That's how. I don't have Wonder Woman. I don't have Marilyn Manson. It just came up. I had AC/DC in concert. So, okay. So, Pages, you are getting Ash versus Evil. Okay. And you're getting the Goonies. Oh, I'm sorry, Wonder Woman. Pages just took Goonies before you. But if I have another one, I will find it. I don't think I have another one. So, okay. And like I said, if there's anything that anybody sees, put it in the chat, and I will put it aside for you. So we've got Ash, and we've got the Goonies. Okay. Next, we've got... Oh, this is... I don't have any more Goonies. That was the only one I have. Elizabeth's never seen the Goonies either? You know what it is? So when I saw it, he was so enthused by the movie, and I'm watching it, and I'm like... It's, you know what it is? It's like a what do you call it? A passage of rites of passage movie for kids. So it's like if you're a kid, you go on an epic journey to become a teenager or something like that. And that's how I feel. That's the portrayal of the Goonies. You'll take AC/DC? You've got it, Wonder Woman. So Wonder is getting AC/DC. AC/DC. Okay. Yeah, that spawned a whole conversation on music people. So I'll put AC/DC aside for you. Did anybody want either Centipede or any of those? Just put it in the chat if you do. Okay, next I have one of my all-time favorite movies. And here's the funny thing. It's my all-time favorite movie. I had 3 copies of it. So I'm going to sell one of my copies. Interview with the Vampire. Okay. I do not know why people were so angry with Tom Cruise being Lestat. I think he did a phenomenal job as Lestat. So, all-star cast. You've got Tom Cruise. You've got Brad Pitt. You've got, what can I think of his name? Antonio Banderas. Very small scene, Antonio Banderas. But I have to say, Interview with Vampire, and this is also one of my favorite books. I love this book. I love the series. It's so sad. So Interview with the Vampire, great movie. Okay, this one's actually going to be a 4-in-1. So if you decide to get this one, it's a 4-in-1. We're going to call it Transfers. But the movies you're going to get Equilibrium, The Imposter, The Prophecy, and Transfers. Now, Equilibrium, great movie. That's a Christian Bale movie. It's also with Taye Diggs, Emily Watson. You've got Imposter, which has Gary Sinise. Gary Sinise was on Forrest Gump. He was Lieutenant Dan. There's Madeline Stowe, Vincent D'Onofrio, who amazing type of things. And Mekhi Phifer. Ooh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Hello, Chew. Welcome to the show. Pages, Films, and Plastics. You are getting the Transfers movie. So you're going to get 4 movies in one. Oh, and The Prophecy. Christopher Walken. Got to love The Prophecy. And I mean, they made a whole series with Christopher Walken, and I love him because he's such a creepy guy. And he's just like one of those things. He kisses his finger, sleep, and then people just fall asleep because he's an angel. So, very, very good film. You're getting those. You got a 4-pack on that one. And let me write that down because I'm going to forget writing these down. Okay, Goonies. And then you've got the 4-pack Trancers. Okay. Next, I've got, does anybody like Dave Chappelle? So we're going to do the Chappelle Show. Now, obviously, this is season 1. It's uncensored. It is a comedy with Dave Chappelle. It's his entire season. Welcome to Chappelle's Show. He brings comedy to a new level. It's a box set. There's going to be, what are we looking at? There's 5 episodes. There's a blooper reel. There's deleted scenes, and it's a whole little unrated Chappelle. Elizabeth, you came in first. Sorry, Chris. Elizabeth got it first. So Elizabeth's got the Chappelle. 25 cents a movie. That's what we paid to go to. Not anymore. I think, what's the current price right now? I think the last time I looked, it was like $18 a ticket. It really is like insane. So, Elizabeth, you've got Chappelle. Okay. Next, we've got this one will get me in trouble if I talk about this one. It will, but it won't. Marlon Brando, Last Tango in Paris. Does anybody know about this film? Oh my God. Okay, so yes, Marlon Brando, the Godfather guy. You know, I'm going to make him an offer you can't refuse. Okay, well, in this case, Last Tango in Paris he is like the creepy old dude that seduces a younger woman, and they have their quote last tango in Paris, and it becomes like a really weird sex frenzy of one night stand sort of thing. And Rich is like, I think it got an X-rated. This particular one is, I'm just checking the rating on this one. This is the unrated version. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Uncut, uncensored version. Now, I do believe Rich is correct. This movie has been banned in many countries. And I think originally it did get an X rating. This particular one is non-rated because where the controversy is I believe the actress at the time was underage, and there is a really, really graphic sex scene involving butter, of all things. And what makes it creepy is she goes on to say that the scene was not planned. She didn't know what was going to happen during the scene. So when they filmed the scene, she didn't know what was going to happen. And they filmed it and they kept it. And the actress itself, I forget her name. Leonard. No, that's what's the actress's name? I don't even know what the actress. Well, whatever her name is. Yes, butter. There's a whole butter scene. Which, you know something? I gotta say this. Okay, like I said, I love talking about films. I know I never get to really talk about films, but back in the 70s, if anybody remember Caligula, that was a famous butter scene too. So I almost wanted to say, was butter a thing in the 70s? Because, I mean, you got the movies that talk about butter. You got the movie. You got Caligula. You got the whole Crisco movement. So just what I dreamed of. Old practice. Marlon Brando spreading butter on me. There, you know something? Okay, wait, Rich. I got to do this. I got to highlight that. There you go. That's what this movie is. But yes, this is a very controversial film. It is banned in a lot of countries. And it is Elizabeth, but the thing is, that's what's in this movie. Last Tango in Paris, if anybody's interested in that one. Oh my my God. I'm just gonna, I can't. Those movies are not. Okay, next one I have is, this is a really weird psychological, it's about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, but it's called The Horseman. Yeah, I can keep that one. This one is a Dennis Quaid film. It's called Horseman. And basically, it's a recently widowed detective grieving over the wife's death discovers a shocking connection between himself and the suspects in a very perverse serial killing spree. They all appeared to be linked to the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So if you like very dark, twisted psychological thrillers, and this is a good movie. So that is The Horseman. What do we got? Oh, The Family Man. The Family Man. This is a Nicolas Cage film, The Family Man. It's also with Tia Leone, which, what is it? I've never seen this one, so I don't know if it's a good movie or not. But I like Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, I can look rich, but I don't know what I have. That's why I'm literally going movie by movie. But I probably do have Coen Brothers mixed in with it. See, you know what? When I see a movie like this, Elizabeth, David Lynch is not getting sold. My David Lynch are staying exactly where they are. I was going through some of my movies and I'm like, what do I have either doubles of or that I'm not interested? But certain movies I'm absolutely keeping, and all my David Lynch is getting kept. Okay, so Family Man. It says that single wealthy Wall Street trader living in the high life of New York City magically changes one morning and wakes up in a suburban Jersey bedroom with a wife he never married and 2 kids he never had. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, it's a Christmas movie? So, okay, I need to know, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Find out what it takes for a single-minded businessman to become the family man in this wonderful comedy about second thoughts and second chances. Aw, what would happen if he was given a second chance, made that decision, and now he's not trapped in the life of a businessman. Instead, he's a family man. Absolutely, yeah. Elizabeth's like, absolutely. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right, let's see what we got. We're going to get some more movies. We're going to go back to this. Die Hard's all about Christmas. See, for me, same thing with Gremlins. Gremlins, I recently rewatched Gremlins because somebody's never seen it before. So I rewatched it, and you know something? Yes, it's a Christmas movie, but that movie is funny as hell. I remember watching Gremlins thinking it was a horror movie back when I was a kid. It's not a horror movie. It's actually a comedy. Hello, Renee. Welcome to the show. What is Gettysburg? A Cage movie without Cage is unlikely. There's a video where they take like a bunch of Nicolas Cage movies and it just syncs them to him screaming. Because in almost every single Nicolas Cage movie, he has to do this like insane, crazy scream, and he's always screaming. So if you do a video of nothing but screaming, it's hilarious. I'm trying to find the AC/DC one. I put it down, but I'll find it. Okay. Next, what do we got? This is, and I'm probably pronouncing this correctly, a wee wee. A wee wee. I'm going to call it a wee wee, but that's probably not the pronunciation of the name. This is actually a very, very important movie. It's I Wee Wee, Never Sorry. This is a true story of an intimate portrait of a Chinese artist and political activist. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Basically, he was a political. What? He's a political activist that was taken into the Chinese government over the deaths of 5,000 students during the 2008 Sichuan earthquake, and who defiled his country's censorship laws to help organize and reform his fellow citizens. Now, basically, to sum it up, In China, of course, it's Ai Weiwei. Is that how you say it? Ai Weiwei. Thank you, Jocelyn. I wasn't too sure because I'm like, Weiwei? Ai Weiwei. Basically, yeah, it's about who's Weiwei. It's not about who's Weiwei. It's Ai Weiwei. There we go. Thank you, Jocelyn. Um, in China, they have such strict rules against what's being produced, what kind of movies you could watch, what kind of videos you could do. I mean, there's even lately what ended up happening was there was a video of a bunch of kids doing a TikTok dancing, and they all got arrested because you shouldn't be promoting that kind of stuff. And it's almost a disgrace as to how strict their rules are. He's an activist that was trying to get the video footage out there of what happened during the earthquake. So very, very interesting movie. I wait wait. I wait wait. All right, let's see. Amanda. Now Amanda is a LBGT movie. This is the story of a woman after playing the field for 40 years learns her true sexual orientation the day after she got married. At a surprise party, Amanda walks into life. It was love at first sight, and it begins a whirlwind of romance. So basically, she finds true love. There we go. Amanda. She finds true love after she gets married. So you could just imagine what that is all about. American Storytellers. This is a documentary. American Storytellers. Okay, so this one is a documentary offering discussions about independent filmmaking. The films include interviews with directors John McNaughton, Harold Ramis, John Stiles, Forrest Whitaker. Harold Ramis, Ghostbusters. Forrest Whitaker was I see the movie. I'm thinking of the Robin Williams movie, but whatever. He's a famous guy too. They individually discuss influence and experiences in the film industry. So if you want a behind the scenes little documentary type movie, this is called American Storytellers. Okay, then we have oh God, what do we got? Anne Frank Remembered. So if you like Anne Frank, this is a Kenneth Branagh film. Documentary cuts through the legend to present, compelling facts about Anne Frank and the Holocaust. So Anne Frank Remembered. I think this is based on a book. They also did, I mean, obviously there's the Anne Frank Diaries, but I want to say this was also a book on this, and they turned it into a documentary. April Fool's Day. April Fools. Okay, so this one is a beautiful couple proves just as susceptible to death as their lower class counterparts in this Butcher Brother shocker about an upper crust prank gone horribly wrong. It's been a full year since Hastings was killed in an elaborate prank organized by an elite Harris and her scheming brother, and now the most popular kids in their social set are dropping like flies. So April Fool's Day, interesting movie, murder sort of thing, scary. That's April Fool's Day, and I got a couple of those. What's the matter, baby? Why do you always care? On my back of my chair. There you go, baby. Okay, Asylum Blackout. So we'll do Asylum Blackout. This one is a power outage at a high security mental hospital, and it leaves the lunatics running around to run the hospital. It's they're in the midst of so the terrified kitchen staff are fighting for their lives. So basically it's the story of what happens when all the nutcases decide to break out of the asylum because there was a power outage. So great movie, Asylum Blackout, and I've got a whole bunch of copies of those. Yeah, I'm going through these because, like I said, I've got so many copies of each of these that oh, this is a great movie. Another scary movie. Being we have Halloween coming up. Autopsy. Very disturbing. This is, and it's part of the 8 films to die for. After Dark Autopsy. They get carried away. Now, I can't even read what it's about because it's so faded. But oh, here it is. Here it is. Now I can read it because I was going to say I can't read it. A movie about my family on the loose. All right, so Autopsy. A group of road tripping college graduates are spirited into a mysterious hospital after crashing their car on a lonely Louisiana road. Their good friends are driving through the darkened countryside, and their car spins out of control and crashes into a tree, and they end up in like a serial killer's area. So that is Autopsy. Your family's a bunch of nuts. You know what's a good movie with a bunch of nuts? Oh God, The Dream Team. If you ever want to see a really funny movie, Dream Team. It literally is a bunch of nuts in a in an insane asylum. Oh, here's another music video one. Barbra Streisand. This is Barbra Streisand television special. My Name is Barbara. So if you like a little bit of Barbra Streisand, you can watch. You know what? You really don't hear about her anymore. Like, I want to say, is she even alive? Like, what is Barbra Streisand doing right now? Because I haven't heard anything from her in years. But it's almost as if Celine Dion took over. Yes. Hello, gorgeous. Belly dancing superstars. I used to take belly dancing, and my instructor used to say everyone is delicious. So delicious. This is Belly Dancing Superstars 3D Volume 1. It basically teaches you how to belly dance. Josh Brolin is Barbra Streisand's son? Is that true? Why do I feel like Josh Brolin is just as old as she is? Oh, stepson. Then again, you know something? Barbara's old. I guess that's why we don't. You know, so this is going to be creepy if now all of a sudden Barbra Streisand comes out in the news. But I haven't heard from her in a long time. What do we got? I'm looking for movies, guys. Oops. Oh, no, I put these backwards. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Let's go to the next pack. There we go. All right. You know what the funny thing is? Like right now, I'm only going through a small collection of movies. I'm not going through a big one. I only grabbed like 2 boxes. Okay, the next one. This is a great Christmas movie. So if anybody needs a little Christmas cheer, this one is called A Cadaver Christmas. I think this movie is so bad. It's so good. I watched it. It's hilarious. Basically, it's the story of a janitor, a bartender, a drunk, a policeman, a criminal, and a student security guard, basically on a rampage trying to save a college from the growing army of flesh-eating corpses that arise at the school and is killing all the students. This one is funny and stupid at the same time. So if you like those like really cheesy, campy, funny movies, Cadaver Christmas, awesome. She has a son, but I can't remember his dad's name. She played Ross Geller's dad on Friends. See, I never watched Friends either. I wasn't really a Friends person. What do we got? Ooh, this is a sick movie. Chained. Okay, so I think Rich made mention, and I have a couple of these. So Rich mentioned earlier about David Lynch. David Lynch is one of my favorite directors. Not only is he a director, he's also a transcendentalist meditation guy, and he's an artist. I mean, David Lynch once did a complete artwork, which he entitled, he called it Meat. And basically what he did was he took rotten meat and smashed it on a canvas and let the maggots and bugs form and then put it on the wall as a display to make it a living, decomposing art project. Very, very weird. But David Lynch is one of those guys that nobody could agree on what his movies mean. He's so deep, and it's just really, really deep stuff. Now, you have David Lynch. Does she have a son with Elliot Gould? She might. I don't know. Yeah, this is back to Barbara Streisand. So David Lynch has a daughter, and the daughter has gone into the whole movie making thing as well. Of course, she's following in the footsteps of her daughter. This movie, Chained, is from David Lynch's daughter. And David Lynch, the daughter, Jennifer Lynch, her first movie was Boxing Helena. Creepy ass movie. Basically, what would happen if you were in love with somebody that's so obsessed with a person, you chop off their arms and legs, put their body in a box, and then you're now obsessed and you can care for them there. So that's Boxing Helena. This particular one is called Chain, and let me read about it because really, really weird movie. But it details the bizarre relationship between a depraved serial killer and a young boy as he attempts to forcefully shape him into the protege of the dark. It's a psychological thriller starring Vincent D'Onofrio. If anybody knows Vincent D'Onofrio, he was in Men in Black. He was in The Cell. Very weird actor, good actor. They were returning home from, Sarah and her 8-year-old son were returning home from the movies when they made a fateful mistake of stepping into the taxi that was driven by the psychopath Bob, played by D'Onofrio. So basically, he's going to kidnap the child, try to raise him as a serial killer, and then he does some really evil things. Sick movie, and this is from the daughter of David Lynch. So I have a couple of copies of these if anybody is interested in Chained. So, very sick movie. Good movie that just died in the woods. Jules something? I don't know which one that is. All right, let's see what we've got. I'm trying to see. We can do Dark Mirror. Dark Mirror. All right, so Dark Mirror. This one is the bizarre occurrences plaguing from home, but it remains unclear if the signal manifestation of evil is the products of a woman's mental breakdown. This is a supernatural thriller. It's a family of 3, and they move into a house with a number of oddities. Boxing Helena. Oh, yes. I forgot about Julian Sands. That's it. Okay. Julian Sands, if anybody remembered him in, oh God, what was that movie? Hold on, just give me a second. The Warlock. Okay, Julian Sands played the Warlock, and I have to say this was one of my favorite weird scenes that I've ever seen in a movie, because what ends up happening is he's the warlock taken over by the devil. And like, for whatever reason, and I don't remember the details, but there's a woman that instantly gets impregnated by him. Like, I mean, he is the baby. Instantly, she's pregnant. She falls on the floor, and you watch her stomach start engorging, and then he like is birthed out of her body, and then stands up. And meantime, she just instantly gave birth to a full-blown human, and she's bleeding and everything like that. And all he can look at her and says is, "Mommy!" What the hell? But yes, Julian Sands, very, very creepy guy. He passed away. From he was hiking or something, and he recently passed away, and they never found the body until like 3 months later, which is so creepy. And that's a true story. I mean, I'm not saying that's part of a movie, but yeah, I like Julian Sands. It's a shame that what happened to him. Dark Mirror has some great. Yes, if anybody's never seen the series on Netflix, Dark Mirror, it really is a it's a darkened version. It's a dystopia version of what's happening now. And the latest episode with Salma Hayek, talking about how AI is taking over movies and stuff like that. Very, very creepy. It's so true. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Let's see. Oh, does anybody like westerns? This is a good western. This is a spaghetti western. Haven't seen this one in a long time. Django. It's on Django and Chain. This is the original one, which Django and Chain is based on. This is Django Shoots First. So this is an old one. So Franco Nero is the actor most associated with Django spaghetti westerns. It's with Glenn Sackin, who stars in. He's a gunslinger inheriting half of the dirty little frontier town, and he can't imagine anyone who want to live in this hellhole, but someone does, and it's a funny spaghetti western. So Django Shoots First. That is Django. Django Returns. All right. All right. So these are good. Best mirror episode. Biking to get on the talent. See, you know something? Okay, I liked that episode, but I felt like so bad. Like he did everything to get that girl. Like, you know what I mean? To get the girl, and she ended up. It was just sad. I felt like it was a sad story. Okay, that's that. That's that. Am I running out of movies? No, I'm not running out of movies. I got more movies here. Okay. This one is the interrogation of Michael Crow. Okay, so this is the true story focusing on the plight of a 14-year-old Michael Crow. His younger sister was found murdered in her bed. Jocelyn, you want to take Django? You've got it. Okay, so Jocelyn. Django. Okay. All right. So after a grueling his younger sister is found murdered in her bed. After a grueling interrogation, the cops managed to coerce a confession out of this boy, and he was only 14 years old. So now I'll be honest, I do not know the story of whether he killed her or not. So I don't know what the outcome. I haven't seen this one, but it's the true story of the interrogation of Michael Crow. 14-year-old boy. I mean, just think about that. I mean, just imagine if you're 14 years old, your sister's murdered, you had nothing, if you had nothing to do with the murder and they accuse you, how terrifying that would be. But then on the flip side, if you're a 14-year-old and you just killed your sister, that could be interesting too. I do not know what the actual outcome is of that, but interesting documentary. I've never heard of this particular band, but this is another band one. It's actually contemporary Christian rockers. That's why I've never heard. It's called Israel and the New Breed. So if you're into Christian rock, this is their concert. It's called Alive in South Africa. Contemporary Christian rockers, Israel and the New Breed, set out the road to support their gold-selling, Grammy-nominated release, Live from Another Level. So it captures all the praise and performances from Cape Town, South Africa. So Christian rock, it's the whole concert. I have a couple of these if anybody's interested in Christian rock. That's that one. We've got... Oh, Julia's Eyes. This is here. Julia's Eyes. All right, so this is the story of a woman trying to unravel the mystery that she literally can no longer see in this thriller Spanish-making film from Guillermo Morales. She has inherited a medical condition that's slowly robbing her of her eyesight. And when she's stressed, it aggravates the condition. She gets the news that Sarah has died in a time of believing that... Okay, so her friend Sarah died. They thought it was a suicide, but there's more to the story than that. So this is Julia's Eyes. Psychological thriller, great movie. And we are done with that. Oh my God, am I almost done? How long have I been on? Because I set my timeline for an hour, and I've been on for longer than an hour. How funny is that? Okay, so guys, I am going to end it here. This was just simply supposed to be a pop-up to begin with. I want to thank everybody who bought movies. Tonight I am going to be back on with Wendy. We're going to do a show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and it's actually going to be a stuff show. We're going to be showing things. I'm not necessarily doing movies, but I wanted to come here, do something a little different. If you like this type of show, I do plan on doing this with music, and I plan on doing this also with books. So when I'm going to do it, I don't necessarily have it set up yet, but I figured pop up here and there for 1 hour long, bring out some of my books, bring out some music, bring out some more movies, and this way everybody gets a great deal. I put the films in the chat. If anybody wants to go through it, contact me, because I do have multiple copies of some of the films. If it's the films that are like this in the boxes, those were the only ones I have. But if any of the films are the blockbuster ones, I do have multiple copies. So with that, everyone, thank you so much. I want you all to have a great day. Keep on smiling. We have a very busy week ahead for this week, because basically Wonder Woman and I, you're going to see exploding all over, because she's doing a whole bunch of shows. She'll be on a bunch of shows with me as well, and you'll see us out and about. So guys, have a great day. Enjoy. And if anybody made purchases today, I'm not going to send an invoice today. I will be sending out the invoices tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a great day.